Hi, kids. Welcome. This coming Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, is Earth Day. Let's make an art project about Earth Day. Okay, kids, the first thing we want to do is brainstorm. That's right, brainstorming is when we come up with ideas about what we'd like to make our artwork about. So we know on Earth Day, we're always trying to think about ways that we can make the environment a better place. This year's theme is all about climate change. So what can we do as individuals, as a family, to help make the environment better? So you can stop and think, I have an idea. Hey, maybe we could go for a bike ride or walk instead of drive. Yeah. Or another idea? Maybe we can plant some flowers. That way, pollinators like butterflies and bees will go around from flower to flower, and it'll also help other plants to grow. We could plant a tree. That's another good idea. We could recycle. That's another great idea. I bet you're coming up with all kinds of good ideas. With my kids, I often tell them to do something called a thumbnail sketch. See how big my thumb is? Not that big. So I tell them to just go ahead and make a couple of rectangles. This is how we plan things out. And you can decide which is your favorite idea. We've just finished talking about a few ideas, and why don't we sketch them out just a little bit? One idea we had was planting a tree. So maybe I will draw a tree. You could draw any kind of tree you want. Let's put the ground in. And maybe I will draw myself. For this, usually I just do stick figures, by the way. And maybe I'll have a shovel here, and I'll be digging a hole and have a little tree with some branches coming out. Okay, wasn't that an easy thing to do? Maybe another idea will be to plant flowers. That way, pollinators can travel from flower to flower, and that pollen is essential for having things grow. Okay, so I will draw the same kind of thing. Again, I'm just working out ideas. This is not my final product. And here I will just show myself holding another plant, and that could be another idea. Again, this time for this idea, this brainstorming, I'm just doing little stick figures. And maybe I will show my family out on a walk picking up trash. So we see things on the ground, and maybe we will pick it up, and if it's recyclable, maybe we'll put it in a recycling can here. So you think about what you would like best, what's something that you feel like you and your family could do for Earth Day, and sketch a couple of ideas. My favorite idea is to plant some flowers that will attract pollinators. Pollinators are like butterflies and bumblebees, and they hop from flower to flower, and they spread the pollen. So the first thing I'll do is draw the ground, and then I'll start to draw some of my favorite flowers. Maybe I'll do tulips. And folks, make sure you choose something you love, because you will find life is much better when you're doing things that you're really passionate about. So I chose something that I care a lot about. You think about your brainstorming and think about something that you care a lot about. Then you'll have much more fun drawing it. So here I have put in some different flowers, and then I'm going to color them in after I'm done sketching. Put in different leaves. I can start thinking about what colors, and then I'm going to draw myself here. If you've looked at any of my other videos, you know I've shown how to draw just simple people using shapes. So you don't need to be intimidated about how you're going to draw yourself. Keep it simple. Let's see, I will be in some pants here with my shoes. You can draw your favorite shoes, and you can draw yourself wearing your favorite clothes. You are in control. That's what's great about being an artist. No one is telling you today exactly what to draw. You get to make those choices for yourself. So I'm going to hold a pot. Here's the flower I'm going to plant, and maybe I got it at a nursery. So I'm going to put it in the pot. When I plant it, I'll probably take it out of the pot. That's something that I like to do in the springtime. And maybe I'll show my hands from this hand, this side, and then there's another hand holding it on this side. Okay, you can make it more cartoonish, and I think I'll put in a few more flowers, and I think I will also put in some pollinators. I don't know about you, but I love to draw things like bumblebees and butterflies. So this will just be a simple bumblebee. I'll color it in yellow and black. Here I'm going to make a butterfly, showing 3 parts of the body, and then I'll have some fun. This doesn't have to be a super realistic butterfly. I can have some fun decorating the wings however I like. I can make a little face on there. If I want to, I can also add a sun. Maybe this is a nice sunny day. And after I'm happy with the things that I have sketched, I can start to color in. Use whatever you like to use. I have some crayons here on hand that I will start to use for coloring mine in. If you have markers you want to use, if you have colored pencils, it is really up to you. But I'm going to take some time here, guys. We have time to have some fun with this art and to make it the best we can make it. So I'm going to take my time, and I always use this word called craftsmanship. So instead of just going like this and saying, I'm done. No, take your time. Take your time. You've got plenty of time to practice and be the best artist you can be. Oh, you know what I forgot to do was put a hole in the ground. So maybe I'll make a little hole right here, and I'll turn that black so I can show the soil. So now I am going to take my time and color in. I'm going to use my favorite colors for everything from the grass to the sky to my clothing to my flowers. Have some fun and do a great job. I know that you will. And make sure you get outside, and who knows, maybe you guys can actually do in real life what you're drawing a picture about, whether that is cleaning up trash when you go for a walk, whether it's planting a tree or flowers, or maybe it is walking or biking instead of getting in the car. Maybe it's being more careful with how much water you use. You think about what you and your family can do to help our planet Earth. I hope you guys have a great